Okay, good day, Iraj. Just going to read through your essay and provide some corrections. So let's get started. And in future, could you include the essay questions in your answer? Because that would assist me. Okay, so you'll see I've made a number of corrections in red on the screen. So just keep an eye on those as we read through. Okay. Some people believe, okay, that should be deleted, that physical activities are more beneficial for children since they enable them to develop better skills and creativity. I totally agree with this statement. This essay will explain the matter and use studies by Harvard University and the British Sports Council, which have observed the impact of activities on children's skills. Okay, so a good, clear introduction. Firstly, reading has numerous advantages. Nevertheless, playing on electronic game consoles can promote skills that would be impossible to develop just by reading. This is because when playing on consoles, a child can, maybe a better words to use here would be develop. Uh, and what exactly do you mean by special awareness? That's not very clear to me. Such as spatial, reflexive, cognitive, and other skills. Okay, I see. That's okay. Which are impossible to gain just by reading. For example, recent studies by Harvard show that children who play 2 hours a week on consoles, and then in brackets such as Sony PlayStation, Nintendo, YouTube, outperform, instead of saying contrapart, say um, outperform non-game playing children by 20% in psychometric tests. Okay, very good. Secondly, uh, I struggled with this sentence, Iraj. So I'd consider rewriting it because it wasn't clear to me what you were saying. Uh, this is due to the fact that physical activity, sports, you can just say this is due to the fact that sport introduces new dynamics such as competition, uh, psychocognitive, and motor skills. For instance, a study by the British Sports Council, you don't need performed, and it should be past tense, showed that children with an average of 3 hours physical activity are more resilient in stressful situations, such as exams, that demand a high degree of concentration. Therefore, having physical activity is not only relevant for the body, but also for a vigilant and intelligent mind. Good. To conclude, from the examples and arguments mentioned, I believe that activities such as playing games on consoles and physical activities have positive effects on both on the body and mind of children to instead of progress, say enhance. Okay, so this was a solid essay. A number of small grammatical issues, but I thought it was good. Let's move on to your communication essay. So again, you'll see I've made some corrections in red. The issue of communication among family members in the digital age is contentious. Some people believe that family members communicate to each other less than previously, whereas opponents think that thanks to the invention of new technologies, communication has increased. This essay will discuss this matter using examples from recent studies to illustrate points and prove arguments. Now, two small issues. The first is you should establish what your view is in the introduction. So you should say, it's my opinion that family communication has indeed decreased due to technology, or it's my opinion that in actual fact technology has improved family communication. So that's the first thing. So always articulate clearly what your position is in the introduction. And the second thing is just give us a bit more detail about these examples. Where do they come from? Um, you know, have they got to do with smartphones, the internet, etc., etc.? Just a tiny bit more detailed. Okay, good. Firstly, communication is a transfer of information between two or more people, which expresses in words or demonstrates in gestures or behavior. Nowadays, transformation of idea and information can happen in a very easy and fast way. This is because there are numerous communication tools that connect, that should just be singular, family members at any time. For example, recent studies performed by Oxford show that mobile phone connections have been dramatically increased in a period of 20 years. Okay, you can just leave that out. Therefore, I'd say correct. Okay. Therefore, it is correct to say that new devices have led to more communication among family members. Okay, good. Your next paragraph. Secondly, millions of people who live abroad to study or work are separate from their family. And, okay, maybe you want to say millions of people who live abroad to study or work are separate from their family and are nonetheless able to contact them more frequently. This is due to the fact that they can connect with their family via internet applications such as Skype, etc. For instance, a recent published study by the EU Commissar for Digital Economy and Society shows that communication via the internet within EU areas and overseas significantly increased since these new social networks were made available. Consequently, communication between members of family has been raised. Okay, good. And then just in your conclusion, remember your future tense sentence. So I'd say overall these are two solid essays and you're following the sentence guide structure and your P1s and P2s are good. And I look forward to reading more of your work. Thank you.